And let me say this. And let me tell you this. You know what? A lot of things have pissed me off. I am incredibly grateful that, after the devastation that was the election and will be the election and will be the next 4 years, and even after he leaves office, the impacts that he'll make on, just our other systems that also make powerful decisions. They're going to be extreme right-winged, like anti-woman, anti-LGBT, LGBTQIA, anti-POC, anti-freedom of religion, anti-all of those things, anti-freedom of speech, anti-freedom of protest, just right to protest, and why let me tell you something. If that's Caesar, I'm gonna literally let that be Caesar's it's Caesar's bitch ass. I'm gonna kill somebody. Why is his bitch ass here? They rung the doorbell and they left. I know you just heard me ring that bitch about 16 times. I'm incredibly grateful that I live in New York. Because you know what? It's fucking sad out here. And I'm talking all parts of New York. Maybe it's just the part of the Bronx that I'm in right now. It is quiet. It's not incredibly loud because it's not a busy part of the Bronx, but it's a lot more, lively. It just feels like everyone is quiet. Everyone is quiet and depressed, and the buses are quiet. No one knows what to do, but we know that we all have to keep going to work. We know we'll have to keep eating and drinking and getting up and going to sleep and doing all the things that we humans need to do, right? My cousin I love my cousin. I'm gonna start crying. I love my cousin, but they're openly gay and they live in Florida. And so I'm gonna spend a portion of today looking up knife laws so I can buy him a knife. I offered to do the research for him, and I was gonna send him the link, and then I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it for him. I don't want to have him to worry about the cost of self-defense and have to budget, because now, hate crimes after this fucker gets elected, and they rise. They're on the rise when he's in office, and especially in red states. In all states, but especially in red states. And I want to I'm leaving this because I'm angry. I am recording this because I'm angry. Yesterday I was very sad, I was very depressed. Today I'm angry because his mother said to stop talking to me. And she is also a blue voter. My cousin, his parents, they're all blue voters, But he has a red voter in his family, and he gets upset about it because they've disrespected him, and they, it's not about, I don't believe in political rights, not political rights, like political opinions. I don't believe cutting off people because of that. I fucking do. Beforehand, I didn't. That stopped as soon as Trump is the stand-in Republican candidate. I don't give a fuck, because it's not about red or blue. It's not about Republican or Democratic or being a Democrat. It's about human rights versus oppression. That's what the fuck it is. And if you vote red, you're for oppression. And I fucking hate you. And I don't fucking like you. And I hope you get hit by a car and die, babe. And I really mean that. For the fucking Jill Stein voters as well. For everybody who voted third party, who didn't vote blue, fuck you. fuck you, buddy. I mean it. I mean it. Hope you die in a fucking ditch. I really don't. I don't care. And I don't care. I don't. Okay? And this red voter of his and his family is very, very, it's not like a distant, it's a very close family member. And his mother knows that he talks to me, and his mother and I haven't had like the best of. She doesn't like me because of something I did when I was a teenager, and she blew it out of proportion. And it wasn't even like I was being rude. I just asked her if she had a family budget because she was like trying to like get all of the cheap things for like my Christmas gifts and my birthday gifts. And mind you, she has money, but she was like not trying to spend like more than $40 on me, like for my whole birthday. Like not even just like the gifts, like my whole birthday. And I gave her a whole list of things that I wanted, and she approved that list, but it was going to be like more than $40. It might have been like $80 or $90 for like all of my birthday gifts. And she tried to like get me to get all like the cheaper things. And so I asked her, are you on a budget? And that, ever since that fucking moment, she's fucking hated my guts. And you know what, bitch? Fuck you too. Fuck you too. Because even though you vote blue, you have a fucking red voter in your family that you won't stand up to, that you just swallow your words, and at the cost of what? You get peace, quote unquote family peace, and no disruption. But you know what? You have to go to sleep knowing that you don't say shit. You're gonna be in your fucking coffin, bitch, knowing that you swallow those words and you have no fucking dignity or self-respect to stand the fuck up, bitch. And so the fact that she's telling him to stop talking to me because I validate his feelings, I say shit like, oh, I would go over this, I would go over that, but I don't like tell him like, oh, go do that. Like I tell him like, have these fucking conversations. Fucking value you. I'm sick and tired. For fucking years, ever since he was a teenager, he's been minimizing everything that's been happening to me because they minimize it. Because he's surrounded by people that in his family that tell him that's not a big deal. That's not, you shouldn't be feeling those things. And so when I tell him, I'm telling him, no, you're right. You have feelings. Put you first. Stand up and say something. Because you know what? You being quiet and you being quote unquote loving and forgiving towards everybody is eating you fucking alive, bitch. And so I don't know why that angered me the most, because it's like, that's my son. That's my baby. And you mean to tell me his actual fucking mother is getting upset that he's upset? He is a gay young man in Florida. She should be in tears, in tatters, upset with anybody in her immediate family, with anybody in her immediate circle who even dared to even think about voting red. And the fact that she can't think of those things and feel protective and upset over a future that is in jeopardy, that like over her son's future that is in jeopardy, and the fact that she is even telling him to stop talking to me about certain things because I rile him up. I'm sorry, I just needed a moment of silence. Because I'm upset. I'm upset that happened. I'm upset that he won. And I'm upset because I don't know what our future looks like. I don't know. Because, like, and I'm also upset because I'm very privileged. I'm glad to live in New York. But I don't want to live in New York forever. But it feels like I'm stuck here and I have to because nothing is guaranteed. I'm the most protected here, but everything is so inaccessible here. Everything is so expensive here. It's just fucked. And I'm already a privileged person, you know? And all these like this big disadvantages towards me, you know? What is my cousin going through? I know it's horrible. And the fact that she can't for a second, as a mother, empathize with her own son is disgusting. Whereas all I want to do is protect him and make sure he's okay and tell him if you need to call me and cry, I don't care if I'm at work, just call me. And I'm telling him to have fun and to do the things that he loves because it's fucking sad. Have you seen the amount of suicides that have happened? That have happened since we lost? I'm gonna go now because I could really talk about this, but I've been okay. I've been able to laugh. I've been able to smile. I still have my plans for Saturday. I'm probably gonna leave some type of video about it tomorrow. My plans for Saturday. You know, I'm still living my life because I don't want to wallow. I don't want to get sad. Because I could, and I did yesterday. And it doesn't help. It doesn't feel good. If I can be strong and I can be happy and I can laugh, that means that I can support the ones who aren't able to be there yet. And that's what I want to do right now. That's all I want to do right now. Instead of just being sad on my own, I want to be sad as like a community. If you've watched this video, because you know, I know that sometimes randomly my videos get views, and I mean like random, like throw up the dice random. I hope that you have a good day, as good as a day as you can manage, and just know that you are worthy, and you have a place in the world, and you have a place here. And even if you're tired of fighting, just lean on the ones who aren't tired. We'll get through it together. We can be happy again. We can get the things that we want. But we can't give up. We can't stop feeling either. It's possible to do both, to not give up, but to keep feeling. Goodbye.